really sorry. I just need to I'm really sorry.
What was your thought process?
I just felt like Daltrey was a really big jury threat. I would vote for her in the end. I don't think I could beat her. I don't think anyone could beat her. I just sort of felt like, okay, if we do that, then we'd still have like the 3 of us in the final 5 and being able to move forward.
Okay. Are you thinking that you still want to work with?
Yes, okay. Yes, I think this is absolutely going to put me in a worse position in the drive. This might be the dumbest thing I've done or a game-winning move, but I need to just take a chance while I can.
9th person voted out, and the 4th member of our jury, Daltrey. Mom? Travis vote.
I just feel bad. I really do. I need to stand on business. I need to just like not be a little baby about it and just like stand my ground because it's just a game and crying is stupid. So that's how I feel. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. I'm sorry that I was like reacting the way
okay.
I was because I was just shook. Thinking back, honestly, you made the right move. Like, I think it was a good move.
I just felt like no one would beat her. And
Yeah.
we were like, okay, we're at the final 6.
Yeah.
And Sarah has an extra vote.
Yeah. No, like, this is the time to make a big move. And,
yeah.
Caroline has big move-itis. I don't know what her plan is. I don't know if she wants to vote with me and Lizzie or if she just wanted to make a big move. I literally think she just wanted to make a big move. She is now a big target. She is like the Mira that made the big move.
Like, I don't want to be in a situation where the 2 of them are in the final 4 in any regard and have that.
Okay, because I'm like, do they think they have you? Like, do they think you're like a final 3 now?
I mean, I didn't make any promises.
Okay,
I was just
that's
like,
serious.
hey, like, I was like, Dan, I want to save you.
I'd be more than willing to roll the dice and go to the end with Dan and Sarah and then me and Lizzie and just like have 2 duos battle it out. I feel like that is more fun to me. No, you're fine. Lizzie, can I like debrief with you? Because I feel like I need to
do what you need to do.
Now I know I can't trust Caroline as much as I thought I could. Yeah, I just really didn't expect her to do that. So frankly, I'm like pissed. I don't know what this means for numbers now. I don't know if Caroline still wants to work with Melody and I, or if she's just gonna work with Sarah and Dan now.
If Caroline doesn't win immunity, do we feel like we'd want to team up with the other 2 and just duke it out, fire making, whatever? Or do you feel like we would want to make it a 3-2? Because I don't like giving her power.
I know.
I really don't like the idea of like twiddling our thumbs and being like, I hope she votes with us.
I know.
You threw me a lifeline and I owe you like everything. And you made an amazing move that you can now say
Yeah,
in Final Tribal
for real.
like, this is what I did. You know, and no one can take that away from you. No one can say you can't.
I just feel like that was
No,
not
we got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
The last tribal went perfectly as planned. I'm shocked that it happened. That felt so good. This was Caroline's plan. She came to me and Sarah, and obviously I was gung-ho for it. And I think I have inroads as well. I've already planted the seed that Melody is a huge player. She's good at this.
Yep.
She's very good.
Scary.
Yep.
Scary.
So if Melody doesn't win immunity, I feel like the next move very well could be Melody and I could be safe again.
I just feel like I've put myself in a position where I feel like this whole time I haven't had like a duo in any sense. And I, like, just to speak frankly, feel like I put myself in the position of like, there's like 2 duos here and me.
I think Caroline's really good and I think she's gonna make it to the top 3. But I hope that I have sown some trust with her based on that last move that I just pulled with her. For me, I decided to throw my 2 votes towards Daltrey because I could never really get a read on her after I knew she voted for me. She never made it clear that she could trust me, which I think was ironically very honest of her. I feel like at this point I could work with Dan, although I know Dan would have 0 problem voting me out. So we'll see.
I was about to say that I think that she's genuine about the 3 of us, but I honestly
She's talking to them right now.
Idea.
She's talking to them right now.
This complicates things because I would have gone to the final 3 with Caroline and Melody, but I still like feel so confident in Melody, so I feel really good about that.
I don't care. Fuck that. Revenge for Daltrey.
challenge that inspires such fright, it even keeps Dylan up at night. If you don't want to face defeaty, come up with better words than meaty.
Oh, is it a Wordle
We got
challenge?
Wordle.
Okay.
All right, you jerks who voted out my mom.
How long have you been waiting to say that?
Time for your next immunity challenge. First things first, Melody, I'm gonna take it back.
It fits around my head.
Once again, individual immunity back up for grabs. Today's challenge is a Survivor Millennium Park legend. Nightmare legend, who's to say? We're gonna be playing Wordle again. Sarah, you excited to give it another shot?
I am so excited. I'm more concerned for you, Dylan, because I know how traumatizing it was for you. This is taking longer than you anticipated it would, isn't it? We're like, no.
You know, I think that part of doing a season with returning players is some of those players get an opportunity for redemption. And I think Wordle deserves a little redemption. One at a time, you're gonna be brought over to a private area in the woods where we're just gonna play a friendly game of Wordle. You're all trying to guess the same 5-letter word. You'll guess 5-letter words, novel. I'll tell you how many of the letters are in the right spot. I'll tell you how many letters are in the correct word, but not in the right spot. And you'll continue guessing until you get the 5-letter word, or if somebody who goes before you solves it and you pass their number of guesses, you will no longer be able to guess. The player who guesses in the least number of guesses will win immunity. Now, infamously, this challenge lasted 2 hours last year. Sarah very kindly asked, is there a time limit? And I said, no, that's fine. This year, there's a strict 30-second time limit. I randomized the order that you're gonna go in. It's gonna be Dan, Lizzie, Sarah, Melody, Caroline. All right, I'll hand out your notebooks, and Dan, you can come with me.
I do play Wordle a lot. I've taken a break, but I played for like 2 years straight. Just going off vibes, honestly. Let's do it.
I mean, this is where my playing the New York Times every day skills come in handy.
I'm excited to do it again, although I wish we didn't have a time limit again, because that was nice for me. Agony for you.
I'm fucking batshit. I wrote 2 5-letter words for every single letter in the alphabet. Oh, besides X, Y, and Z, but that's because I assume you're not fucking insane.
I'm thinking my strategy going in is to out the jump, go bold, hope I get lucky. My first guess is axiom.
A-X-I-O-M.
Yes.
Stump me on. All right, in the word axiom, A is one of the letters you're looking for, but that's not the right spot for it.
Give me poise.
Poise. The P is in the right spot, and the S is one of the letters, not the right spot for it. Lizzie, what's your first word gonna be?
Rest.
S is one of the letters you're looking for, but that's not the spot for it. And T is one of the letters you're looking for, not the right spot for it.
My first word is my usual go-to starting word, stare, S-T-A-I-R.
Scale.
I am gonna go with salty.
A is in the right spot. T is in the right spot.
Based, B-A-S-T-E, stand.
Donut.
I was really worried about the 30-second timer. Once someone put the time on, especially Wordle, I just freak out. That's totally what happened. Pussy. Pussy?
Oh,
Put.
how do you spell that?
Just like, Is that not how you spell? Okay. Yeah, you might be right.
You tell me how you want to spell that.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 5-letter word. Let's do it. I don't want to get disqualified. Yep.
Christ almighty, dude.
I said a very dirty word as one of my answers. That is going to be on YouTube. Great.
Tanks.
A, right letter, right spot. N, right letter, right spot. S, right letter, right spot.
I'll go paste.
And T is in the right spot. 30 seconds on the clock starting now.
Hats. P-A-T-S. Patsy.
Pants.
No, pants. Pantsy.
Said pants?
Yeah, that's not a 5-letter word.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Did I get it? Oh my god. Oh my God.
Dan, in 4 guesses,
I am not the word.
you got the word in 4 guesses, which is the same number it took Dan.
That was a miracle.
Pants?
N is in the right spot. T is in the right spot. Sarah, in 3 guesses.
I got a 3. That's pretty good for
Rich,
me.
You can head down and meet up with Dan and Lizzie. Redemption for Wordle, right?
Okay, yes, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Tangs. Tangs.
S is one of the letters you're looking for, and it's in the right spot. Unfortunately, one of your opponents got it in 3 guesses, so you're unable to beat that, so you're out of the challenge.
Okay, is it pants?
Paste.
S is one of the letters you're looking for, but that's not the right spot for it. But Caroline, I'm sorry to say, one of your opponents
Somebody got
did
it
get
in
it in
3.
3 guesses, so you've got no shot at immunity. You could go join the group down there.
What was the word?
Pants.
Okay.
It's John Ton's idea. All right, final 5, come on in. All right, that was a much better version of the Wordle challenge. And we still, despite everybody, doing a lot better, we still got some pretty crazy words that were guessed. But in the end, one player did come out on top. Sarah was able to guess the Wordle word in 3 guesses, which means Sarah has won individual immunity.
Thank you. The treacherous immunity necklace.
Sarah guaranteed 1 in 4 shot at winning this game. As for the rest of you, nothing but a visit to Tribal Council where one of you will be the 10th person voted out. We'll let you go back to camp for a little bit to strategize. We'll see you soon for Tribal. Good luck. Nice work, Sarah.
Thanks.
Thanks for not leaving me hanging on camera.
That would have been so rude. Oh my gosh, I feel so relieved. I won my first individual challenge of the game, and it feels so good knowing I'll be in the top 4. I mean, there's just no relief like knowing you have immunity in a vote. There's nothing like it, especially at this point in the game. I'm very happy for Dylan, honestly. I think this was about him redeeming the Wordle challenge, and he successfully did that. So relieved, and then I'll go right back into deep uncertainty. I am really hoping to keep strong with Lizzie. I think I can keep really strong with Dan too. Maybe Caroline, but really Lizzie and then Dan I feel the strongest about right now, so that's where I'm gonna try and hold my connection. I feel like Dan is gonna push to get Melody out, and I feel like Melody would push to get Caroline or Caroline? I don't know.
I think Melody is fine with Dan or Caroline.
Really? Okay.
I love Sarah. I'm like totally happy that Sarah won. Really, it was between Caroline and Dan for us. We think that both of them would be a threat for the next 2 immunity challenges, but Caroline has been like a wild card, especially now that we know she's playing for jury hard.
I want to definitely have a chat with Melody to see where her head's at, and then take her to check her out.
Okay.
She was like, I'm down to do whatever you guys want to do. She was like, do you know where Melody's head's at? And I was like, I think that like we both could go either way, Caroline or Dan. And she was like, I'm down, just like let me know.
I think we need to convince Caroline that it's down.
The plan is that we're rooting for Caroline. All goes well. It's Caroline this time, and then Melody, Sarah, and I vote out Dan the next time. Knock on this tiny wood. I want to believe that Sarah would be down to get Dan out the next
I
time.
want to talk to Sarah and be like, we give it our all and we win this challenge and we can get Tan out. Like, it would be amazing.
Yeah. I would have loved to just get all of the men out. I still love to do that. And Dan will have his time. His time will come, but just not right now.
I told her Dan.
Who, Sarah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
like, we're thinking
I mean, there's
Dan.
no use, like, trying to,
Yeah.
sell a pipe dream, right? Yeah.
I know. And she was down on like getting the men out from like early on.
Definitely. Yeah. Yep. I do feel like we need to take Dan out. I just think we can't set up a situation where Dan and Sarah are both in the final 4. Like, that gets really messy. So I think we need to stay strong together. Because I think that happened last season, or happened the first season. It was 2v2, nobody broke, and then they went into a challenge. I think that's how Kim got out. I'm like, I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want
No thanks.
nothing to do with that.
I know, not about that, not about drawing rocks.
I think my only option is to pitch to them that, like, we gotta vote Dan, or they're gonna be screwed if they vote me. and then they're at the final four and it comes down to a tie situation and like nobody wants that.
I just don't think
if
we
we're
got
final
that.
four of 2002,
We can beat Sarah.
We need to.
We can beat Sarah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you for like trusting.
Of course.
I think that
No,
Sarah's
fine.
also like willing to play ball.
Yeah.
I think it's really high risk to vote out Caroline here and go to the end with Sarah and Dan, but I have to believe in my own challenge ability and also be like playing ball, like this is a move. Sarah, can I talk to you? Yes. I want to vote with you. Okay, Caroline is going to beat.
She's
Like,
really
she
good.
has a really good chance. Like, I don't think Lizzie or I have like the resume of Caroline because now she's like someone who flipped. I have to remember to be like confident in my own game. No matter what happens, like I know my game better than anyone else and I'm the only one who's gonna be advocating for me. I honestly assumed that you would want to go to fire for Dan. Like you would set Dan to fire. I thought you guys would stronger. Okay, that's why I was like, oh, like 2 duos at the end. No, we're 3. I never thought of it as that because honestly, I just didn't know where your head was at.
No, that's where.
But if your head is,
Yeah.
this is like, I think this is like,
Yeah.
the devil works hard, but Melody always works harder. You fucking come for my ass and I will come for yours. Caroline took a shot at Daltrey and by doing that, she took a shot at me. So I'm swinging right back.
All right, welcome back to Tribal, everybody. Sarah, I think the headline is to start with you. The ultimate tale of redemption, winning the Wordle challenge. How did it feel?
It's like such a relief. So fun. Anytime you get Wordle, it feels good. Today it felt really good. Yeah, no, it's a huge relief for anybody who has won immunity or won an advantage will tell you, like, the relief that comes with that is priceless. And it's always temporary.
I can't help but having deja vu playing this challenge with you again 2 years later. The idea of the second chance comes to mind, and that for you and Dan as well, and I want to ask Dan too, this season is your second chance in this game. Has that been something you've thought about as you've played?
Honestly, again, it's so hard to prepare too much or change too much from what you do from one game to the next because the variables are all so different. It's really just about being able to show up, be in the moment, connect with people, and hope that, you know, the challenge higher ups, what do we call them? Whoever's in charge of challenges is on your side.
Dan, I'd love to ask a similar question to you. The theme of the second chance, has that been part of what you've been thinking about as you play this season?
No, absolutely. I really wanted to redeem myself of mistakes that I made and kind of how I entered the game. And that was basically just like, calm down. Just chill out, lean into your strengths as being a kind, honest person. And I feel like I've done that. And yeah, my bucket's really full, in terms of this weekend.
Lizzie, I'd love to ask you, having never played something like this before, do you think it's an advantage to have previous experience, or is it an advantage to come in fresh with no baggage?
I really think it depends on the type of person you are. I mean, for me, I think that I get in my head a lot, and if I had done something like this before, or if I had played on a previous season and I was a returner, I think that might have like gotten too much to me, and I would be so like hyper focused on things that I'm trying to make better from my last time playing that I wasn't focused on the moment or just like creating those genuine relationships. I think it worked in my favor that I haven't done anything like this before. But I can't say the same for others, you know?
Caroline, this late into the game, how do you assess the strength of the relationships and the bonds that you've built over the last 2 days?
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes down to like people you've worked with before, people that you know that you've established trust, and like moving forward, what your path to the end might look like, I think is just the most important factor as we like get into the real pointy end of things is, just making sure you have that established trust.
Melody, I think that a key to ultimately winning the game is being able to read the jury and understanding where do I stand with the current collection of jury members and where do the other competitors stand? Do you feel like you've got a read on what's happening jury-wise?
No, because I think every time a new jury member enters, the vibe kind of changes, and so you really have to think about who you're sending to jury and who believes in you and who wants to see you dead. Like, it's really hard to be able to read on them. I think I've seen so many like in Survivor, so many people feel like they go in, they're like, the jury is like totally in my favor, and it's never that. So it's hard to like balance that, but I just need to focus on like getting to the end.
All right, with that, it is time to vote. Cannot vote for Sarah. Everybody else is fair game. Lizzie, you're up first.
This is for Dolce. Rest easy, Angel. I miss you so much. And I'm literally sick to my stomach thinking that you think that I voted you. Like, I would hate that. So this is revenge for Dolce. You deserve so much better.
Nothing but love and respect for you, King. Thank you. You played a great game.
All right, the votes have been tallied. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now is the time to do so. All right, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Caroline. Dan. 1 vote Caroline, 1 vote Dan. Caroline. 2 votes Caroline, 1 vote Dan. Tenth person voted out and the 5th member of our jury.
Good move, guys.
Good job.
Love you. Love you guys. Good luck. Play hard.
Caroline, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
They got me. They got me good. I was totally blindsided. I had a feeling going into this round that I was in trouble, but after talking to people, they really convinced me we were all on the same page. So kudos to them for that. I made a big move last round and I knew it was gonna be risky, but I just didn't think it was in Melody and Lizzie's best interest to go to a Final Four with Dan and Sarah. Looking back on it, it maybe wasn't the best move to make, but I just thought, I'm here to have fun. I want to do something big. I want to take a swing, and I'm glad that I swung, and even if it didn't land, it was fun. So much for my dreams. To quote Rupert Bonham.
All right, Lizzie, Melody, Sarah, Dan, congratulations. You're our final 4. All that stands between one of you and the title of sole survivor, 2 immunity challenges, 2 tribal councils, and pleading your case to 7 jury members as to why you deserve the win. Get your stuff and head out. We'll see you soon for your biggest immunity challenge yet. Good luck.
I'm so proud of you guys. It's so exciting.
Next time on Survivor Millennium Park. With only 4 players left, it all comes down to this.
I think that I have a very solid shot.
I probably have to win out the next 2.
Loyalties will be tested.
Whatever you do,
Just tell me.
And only one will win.
I put my everything into anything I do. No one is more competitive than me.
It will all depend on who wins immunity. Everything rides on that.